Hey everybody, it's Traveling Teachers here. We just want to talk a little bit about the equipment that we're bringing with us to Africa. We have a huge trip planned to South Africa for 1 week, spending time working with a cheetah rehabilitation project where we take cheetahs who've been rescued or they've been hand-reared for some reason. We're teaching them and training them to get back into the wild and to hunt. Then we'll do 1 week climbing Kilimanjaro, Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. After that, we will do 1 week in Kenya, safaris in the Masai Mara. So we have a lot of stuff we need to bring, and yet we don't want to take up a lot of weight. We don't want to use up a lot of space. We're trying to condense everything. So I think we have a pretty good system. We want to kind of briefly show you what that looks like. First of all, I want to talk about the camera equipment. I am recording right now from a fairly bulky camera, but a really good camera that will serve us well, a Nikon D750. It's a beautiful camera, brand new camera from Nikon. I have great lenses, great glass on it. I have it mounted onto a superb, well-built, compact tripod that actually reduces down into a monopod. And I'm going to need the monopod because while I'm on safari, I want to be versatile, and yet when I'm out and about, like in the Cheetah project, I want to be versatile. So along with that versatility, I have additional equipment with me. I have just a Nikon D5100 as a backup body and additional lenses, and then I have with me an image stabilizer, or Steadicam is maybe what we would call this. I have a Steadicam ready to go. It can be rigged up for this camera, and then I can add a water bottle. I've tried this out, it works really well. Bring a water bottle, fill it with water, mount it, zip tie it to the brace here, or to the Steadicam, and I can attach my D750 to it and also use that on the Steadicam. It's a bit heavy doing that, but it works really well. The other thing I am bringing with me is big pieces of glass for the safaris. We're going to be in the Masai Mara. I want to get great shots, close-up shots of whatever, lions, impala and wildebeest, and of course leopard and cheetah, etc. So this is my behemoth that I'll be working with. I'll be running both bodies with different lenses on it, trying to capture the most that I can. I have also for that lens, and then on my monopod while I'm in the Jeep, I'll have a gimbal head actually, so that I'll have full stability with my huge lens inside the Jeep mounted to a monopod. That's going to be great. I've got, of course, my GoPro and a bunch of other lenses as well. I've got a couple other cameras ready to go, so we should be great on video. To carry all this equipment, I have an excellent bag. It is an ape case. It's an enormous, phenomenal, strong, sturdy bag with many compartments. It can carry multiple cameras. It can carry the laptop, all the equipment that I need in this nice bag. This is about the only thing that's going to be very inconvenient as I travel, but I'm certain to get great shots throughout. Now I want to talk a little bit about, just briefly, the kinds of clothing and equipment we're bringing in terms of the climb and just every day in Africa. Some people go into full detail about this stuff. I'm not really going to go into that much detail, just briefly run through it. I have some very nice hiking boots that are well worn and waterproof, very sturdy. I've taken them on many climbs. They're great. And when I am in the airport, because they're big and bulky, these are the actual shoes that I'm going to take with me and wear as I'm going around and traveling from place to place, from country to country. In basic, I have my socks, I have my underwear, my t-shirts, enough for about a week, and then I'll wash at each location to take care of it. I've brought some extra shorts, about 5 pairs of shorts. I brought about maybe 6, 7 shirts, t-shirts as well. And then in terms of climbing gear, I have a number of things. I have my waterproof outer shell for climbing. I have 2 different climbing pants, just trekking pants, and they break down into shorts as well. So I can do things like do the Cheetah project with these, but yet at the same time I can reuse these again later on as a full-length pant on the climb. So that versatility allows me to pack less and pack more compact. Of course, I've wrapped it as tight as I can with the addition of the actual rubber bands to keep it in place. I have my Summit down jacket, beautiful jacket, Very, very, very light and very warm. I've tried it out. I live in Belarus. I live in Minsk, Belarus. It's very cold here. And Jacqueline and I, we've been able to go out and test it on bike rides and get out in really cold and wet atmospheres and test out all of our gear. We figure out what systems work best for us, which combinations are the best. I have flannel tops, I have thermal underwears, I have scarves and another thermal underwear item. I have a whole range of socks, liner socks, and climbing socks, wool socks like wicking socks and such. I have 3 layers of gloves. So I have good outer liner gloves, inner liner gloves, and then if it gets really, really, really cold, some nice marmot gloves to keep me warm. I have my trekking poles, of course, and I have my head torch. I'm actually going to bring 3 different head torches. I think Jacqueline has a couple as well, so we should be covered for head torches. I have sets of extra batteries if needed. I also have a balaclava for climbing up and protecting the face. I also have a neck gaiter, I guess we'd call this. It could turn into a balaclava. It's for protecting again the neck and the face from the wind. I have a fleece hat. It comes down over the ears and tightens. I have my Kazakhstan climbing hat. We promised every time we would summit a mountain we would summit with our Kazakh hat on. So I have that as well, it's nice and warm. I have a safari hat. I have gaiters, very nice gaiters. Metal braces at the bottom so they won't wear down on the long 6-day trek. I have knee braces in case my knees get sore. Sometimes I'm climbing, especially with the grueling trek back down. We're going to do it in just a day and a half. Might need these. I have an ankle brace just in case my ankle gives out on me. I have some extra protection there. I have a platypus water system and I have another small water system. Both of these are reversible, so you can take off the outer clip, turn it inside out, and clean out the water system. I really like systems that are like that. We have a fast drying towel. We have a first aid kit. And this has most of the basic necessities. I'm going to supplement it with some other things that we like to pack with us, including water purification tablets, just to be extra safe on the climb, for example, or if we're in a situation where we really need those. Jacqueline's favorite, cleansing wipes. So we have these on the climb with us. And we went a little bit overkill. We have a whole pack of hand warmers. So for the 2 or 3 days when we are cold on the mountain, we'll have hand warmers. Gonna bring a nice pillow. Then I have over here set aside the actual stuff that I will use when I fly. So the stuff I bring with me when I'm flying. So basic underwear and a nice khaki bottom, and then a long sleeve shirt, and then my really nice North Face fleece. And then I've got sort of a mid-range pack with me. So I'll have this, and I'll carry on also my camera aid case, and then I'll check in my larger bag. But this is a nice in-between bag. I can actually stick my DSLR, my small DSLR D5100 in here, snap some pictures if I need to in between places, and I can put important documents and such in here. That's going to be useful, especially in the Cheetah project, and as we're just out and about town, that'll be a great bag to have. So to pack all this together and check in a lot of this stuff is a really nice bag we have. We both have one. It's our North Face climbing bag, and this will actually be used by our porters. It's got good straps for climbing, so you can actually wear it like a backpack, and use this for our porters. I'll show you Jacqueline's. It's red. This is Jacqueline's version. Very light, very durable, water resistant, exactly what we need. Inside this bag, I just pulled it out. This is going to be my climbing and trekking backpack. So I'm actually going to stuff this inside that bag and put the rest of this stuff inside the backpack. It's a great backpack. We went around and shopped around to find one with a lot of compartments, and yet with a lot of the back bracing and stability and cushions that we needed for the climb. that's about it, except don't forget, while you're doing all this packing and such, make sure that you of course have your passports. And in these cases, we needed to go and have some immunization updates. So make sure you have your immunization records, especially when you go to countries such as Tanzania and Kenya. They require, for example, yellow fever. This whole time we've been in communication with an organization that's been helping us plan this. Sometimes we do things independently, sometimes we work with other organizations. We do a little bit of both for this trip. So the last thing I want to talk about is the medications that we're taking and we're bringing with us. We will be doing malaria medication. We will start this tomorrow, 2 days before we take off and leave, and we'll take it all the way through the duration of our trip and even after our trip. The other thing we're bringing with us is elevation sickness pills, and we'll take this a couple days before we start climbing and hope that it helps us. If you have any questions about our system and what we've put together, please drop us a comment down in the comments below. Like us, follow us, we're the Traveling Teachers.